Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northern Line Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I just realized we're due for our random run, so let me go to random.org here. And we'll go numbers, integers. You can't see what I'm doing here, but that's... you will in a moment. 1 and 10, format in one column, get numbers. Okay. There we go. So we're gonna do it. You know what, do you want to just go with 9 today? Like, usually I let it come up once just so I can make sure the interface works, but 9 is like a random that we have never had, which I think is... actually Eden, so we can just do like another Eden run here. I thought it was Lazarus at first, but let me make sure it actually is Eden. I don't think anybody would dispute that. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it actually is Lazarus. Okay, so let's, yeah, we haven't done Lazarus in forever. Let's do a Lazarus run. 3 HP, obviously, and TQJ9 8SWJ. Sweets. The spikes are good. The fact that we know there's spikes there means we can probably constructively, probably should avoid getting hit, constructively kill ourselves as Lazarus, which is valuable. Counterfeit penny this early would be amazing. Also, like, this amount of money early is also pretty good. Let's go over Lazarus strat, because it has been a little while since I played as Lazarus. I want to go over it for my own purposes, as well as yours, you know. You may want to remember a quick refresher of how Lazarus works, and I do as well. No way we're going to get that tinted rock. I should have noticed it earlier, and then that would have been doable. But basically, we want to kill ourselves early to get that damage bonus. On the first floor, if possible, if the boss gives us HP. We could also do it on deals with the devil. It's the kind of thing that I think is better in theory. In practice, it doesn't always work out that way. Maybe you end up with red chests on your first deal with the devil instead, and then you're saddled with your low damage for the rest of the game. But basically, we're going to treat it the same way we treat Judas' Shadow. If we have any survivability, we are going to kill ourselves to take the Lazarus respawn. Man, that is some crazy money for the first floor. Now, there's a big room, which is why I was saving the flush. You got the flush. You got the power. But anyway... we're not going to use flush here because it's like a shitty Necronomicon. It's much better saved for big rooms, even if we end up, you know, not using it on an entire floor to use it for one big room later. I think that's a value proposition I can be okay with. So, I honestly, normally I'd be like, yeah, I want to make sure that I get HP from this boss so we can, you know, respawn as Lazarus, Dark Lazarus, whatever you want to call it, and have like a much bigger damage bonus. That's true, but I think there's so many tinted rocks and we're only like one key away from being able to get into our shop and buy a Spirit Heart or a Black Candle or something like that. Maybe the pill is HP up or Balls of Steel. Like, I would really just like DPS here. So maybe like a Squeezy Drop would be the best of both worlds, or Magic Mushroom or Halo obviously would be up there as well. But I'm more concerned with the HP than I am with the, with the DPS than I am with the HP at this point. And honestly, Coat Hanger fits the bill. I'm pretty pleased with that. Also, like, a single fucking bomb would allow us a lot of flexibility. I didn't realize that we had this key already. We'll use that for our shop, and that should provide us with a lot of potential benefits here. Oh, that is so satisfying. Okay. Let's shoot all these, because you never know if maybe there's going to be some money contained within them. It would also be awesome to get petrified poop, so we can get even more money in the future. That was a great room to use that on. So, assuming that we can get a Spirit Heart in here, maybe multiple. I want Champion Belt as well, though. Well, okay, here's the thing. We wanted bombs. For 5 cents, we could buy 1 bomb, but for 7 cents, we could get 5 bombs and Remote Detonator. And 1 bomb from Remote Detonator could give us 6 extra cents, so basically pay for itself, and the Tinted Rock here. So it seems like that's probably step 1, even though I want Champion Belt a lot. Let's start with this, and this will allow us to get all of the Spirit Hearts, which will probably basically let me know where I want to be in terms of killing myself on this floor. So we'll put this one down like here. Totally worked. We'll get the money, which is now Champion Belt. We might not need to buy the Spirit Heart. It's basically, like, that's why I'm doing this. Is if we can save 5 cents and buy Champion Belt instead, that's way better. We can get a nice damage boost on this floor, and instead of flush, we could actually roll Remote Detonator. It's actually kind of a fun item. Don't do what I did here. That had the potential to really backfire quickly. So there's multiple Tinted Rocks. One of them was right here. Oh, I picked it up like an idiot. And even as I was doing it, I was like, you don't want to do that, but I did it anyway. Maybe we can find an eternal... Let me put it this way. We're lucky we have so many bombs that it didn't end up being a big deal, but maybe we could find, like, a second secret room down here. Got one more. Okay, that's fine. With one bomb, I'm a little wary of this, but let's try it. And it ended up being a lot of pills. I say we avoid taking the pills until after we have murdered ourselves. So we have 2 extra spirit hearts. And some pills. Let's walk on this stuff, see if we get some kind of upgrades here. Alright, don't end the streak like an idiot this way. What do you got for me? Another pill, which we don't know what it is. We have 1 life for Lazarus. Let's come back. Don't walk on the spikes in here, for fuck's sake. 48-hour energy. Pretty useless. Bad gas. Okay. Let's go pick up the spirit hearts and just be on the lookout for spikes, just in case you really freaking blow it. Again, this has the potential to be awesome, or maybe a little bit dangerous, but we should have a nice damage boost here, especially with Champion Belt coming. Full health, good to know. Amnesia sucks. Health up is exactly what we were looking for, and why I was excited to do this at 1 HP. Let's go get our other... Well, let's get back to full health, and let's get our other Spirit Heart. And then let's get Champion Belt, and we'll be on our way, I think. I'm pretty pleased with this, and why don't we stick with Remote Detonator for now? It's a fun item. I think this is completely fine. And Champion Belt is really going to up our damage. I think we've done a pretty good job of this first floor as Lazarus, and this is, you know, if I may pull the veil back a little bit, this is why I love playing as Lazarus, is this kind of cool puzzle box that you start with. Now we have the ability to take some deals with the devil on the next floor. We got a nice little HP stock, a little lower than you start with as Lazarus, but we also got a Tears upgrade, a Champion Belt, and the 1.2 times damage modifier, so I think it's definitely worth it. Too bad we can't go into that room. Alright. Yeah, we're killing things quickly here. Two-shotting the champions, I guess, is very solid. This would be a good room to have flush on, but we don't have it. That's okay. I am going to go into the cursed room right away. Obviously, it's going to cost us. Yep, that's alright. That's kind of what you expect, or at least you should have that in your mind as an expectation when you go to the cursed room so early. Cricket's body, gonna lower our damage, I think, by quite a lot, but obviously puts us over the tier cap as well, or at least raises our tiers and gives us the potential to go over the tier cap in the future. It's an item I'm happy to have, let's put it that way. Tinted Rock. So this is where we want our bombs. Thank you for not being... That doesn't count as red heart damage, that Hematemesis pill, I think. But thank you for not being HP downgrade. Appreciate it a great deal. It's possible our other pill is an HP downgrade, like the one that gave us an HP upgrade earlier. Oh, right, Remote Detonator. I was like, wait a minute, it isn't blowing up. What's going on? Is it because Nick just signed on to Steam playing Terraria? I hope not. It's another Hematemesis. Actually, pretty good for the next floor, potentially. Or at least whatever floor we get to deal with the devil on, which now that I think about it, is probably not likely to be the next floor. Speed plus range, sure. I think our range being up is a very good thing for us. And why don't we take Sister Maggie, even though it's maybe not my ideal item right now. It seems helpful. And now we can get into our boss trap room. And, you know, the last floor took us 5 minutes and something. This one has taken us like a minute. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Can we go this way? I think we can go whatever way we want on this room. We just have to be a little cautious. Hopefully we get a cat piece in here. Robo Baby is not really what I'd be hoping for, I guess, but it's doable. Remember how long it took us to kill Monstro? It's the same champion version of Monstro. Remember how long it took us on the last floor? We just destroyed him in no time flat here. Now, I'm not saying, oh, I'm so happy we've got a champion Larry Jr. here who's going to drop some Spirit Hearts for us. I'm not saying that we're going to do Boss Rush on this run, but I am thinking that our damage potential is such that we could, potentially. I almost want to go to the shop. Probably should have just gone for it there. I almost want to go to the shop just in case there's a half-price bomb to blow up that Spirit Heart, but I think it's probably best for us to just leave. So, let's go. Still very, very pleased with where we're at. Always an issue when we have 1 HP and just Spirit Hearts backing it up beyond that, but we're probably fine with it regardless. As long as we don't take too much dumb damage. Good tarot card here would be nice. Hematemesis is not particularly useful. I think it's more useful than the Lovers, though, or at the very least it's more flexible, so... As much as I have respect for the Lovers card, I don't think it's going to be that good for us right now. What about this pill, though? Full health. Also, not as good as Hematemesis, because it doesn't actually drop the red hearts on the ground, which is something that we can use to our advantage on a second secret room. Which I have not done in a while, so it might be nice to prove that I still remember how. 5 cents is Deal with the devil territory, or not deal with the devil, but arcade territory on the next floor. Obviously, our deal with the devil chance does exist right now. Ideal items for me. Come on, you're not going to pop up. Piercing shots, so that our Cricket's body shots are a little bit more potent. Homing shots, maybe. I don't see any bombs or bombable rocks there. And another little bit of HP is awesome, as long as we don't screw ourselves out of a good boss trap room this time. I am A-okay with that. Pretty good chance for a secret room there, but I think tinted rocks are going to be more valuable than secret rooms right now. So as much as... Oh, that was dangerous. As much as I would like to... We gotta wait until we get more bombs for that to be viable, I think. Alright, there you go. The sun card is probably better than hematemesis for us. That also looks like a secret room location. I guess we can find out pretty easily by using the sun card, so maybe we'll do that. And... then we can go back with hematemesis. So now we know where it is. It's maybe not the most efficient use of the sun card, but I don't think it's too bad either. And that's an amnesia pill. I really thought that was our HP upgrade pill and I got excited, but at least we know now. Stop signing into Steam and playing Terraria, man. I know 1.3 just came out, but you caused like a very small frame drip every time the Steam overlay pops up on my taskbar. Not taskbar, what am I? System tray, that's it. I gotta get my terminology right. Otherwise, all the kids are gonna make fun of me. Okay. It's not really popping out of the system tray, but it's in that general region of the screen. Probably, I guess, worth it because we didn't get hit, but a little bit cost prohibitive. Not very good damage. Honestly, we're speeding up a little bit. Boss rush is looking conceivable. I am trying to keep our HP high enough to give us an arcade on the next floor. Oh, let's just say fuck that. And Mega Fatty, a really good test of our ability to have DPS right now. Honestly, our DPS seems amazing. Not even good, it seems amazing. We are just tearing Mega Fatty up. And the screw does not hurt either. Let's head down to the next floor. We did everything there, if I remember correctly, and now we're gone, so I don't need to remember correctly. I do want to go to this curse room right away. I think it's fair to say it's scaring the crap out of me a little bit because we haven't picked up any extra spirit hearts, but let's give it a shot. And obviously this turned out not fantastic, but we got a key and a bomb. I can live with this. The bombs I do want to go into the Isaac's room with, even if they're not particularly if it's like a clean room, that's great. If it's a dirty room, that sucks, obviously. Got lucky that ended up working out. This is more along the lines of what I was looking for here, is an arcade that we can use hematemesis on. So let's come back here and we'll gamble. And you gave me IV bag right off the bat. That's a little dirty, but we can still make it work. Like, pop this, do this, do this. Hematemesis. It only gave me one back, so I'm going to slow it down just a little bit here. At least we got the payout from it, and we got some money. We also got a use out of hematemesis, although it's not as cool as going into a second secret room and getting a bunch of, you know, black hearts or eternal hearts. We didn't just use it for no reason. Hematemesis is honestly, it's becoming one of those pills that I actually think is, like, pretty essential to learn how to use if you want to... it's not fair to say, like, oh, it's a prerequisite if you want to get a good streak. But there have been a lot of situations where hematemesis has been, like, a lifesaver or a life helper recently. I think it's one of those pills that really has a huge upside. Oftentimes, it can have a huge downside as well. Like, if you don't know what it is and you use it and it costs you a lot of your HP, that's real bad, obviously. But if you know what it is and you know when to use it and maybe you have a couple of synergies working out with it as well, that's amazing. So, sure, we have 2 bombs. Let's at least check out this room, see what we got going on inside. Could be clean, could be dirty. I forgot that we have... Oh, Jesus Christ. That did work, thankfully, even though I'm an idiot. That's a dirty room, which means that's just a waste of 2 bombs. But at least we know now. It's not the end of the world. What's my ideal now? I could get rid of Remote Detonator for IV bag if you give me Whore of Babylon. Whore of Babylon would be incredible here. Bloody Lust would be as well, but there's no way we're getting Bloody Lust. We've already been to our item room. There's very few ways we're getting Bloody Lust, at least. Might as well go check that out. But sure, of course, that, you know, that we have the potential to get it in the future, which could be useful for us. It's a little unlikely, but it can happen. Hanged Man. Good enough to get us those 2 bombs that are back there. Let's see if we've got a deal with the devil here first. And actually, IV bag, Little Chad is a decent combination. Of course, Not as good as, like, Dark Bum, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We're still killing enemies so quickly here. No deal with the devil. Huge disappointment. I think, still, you probably gotta be thinking at this point that IV Bag is better for us. Just because what do we really gain out of Remote Detonator? We haven't had any bombs for, like, pretty much the entirety of the game. We haven't had many bombs, at least. There's some cool synergies with it later, but, we aren't later right now. We're very much in the shit. Let's see what we got in here. BOGO bombs, the pills. I like IV Bag better here. I can't believe we're still on pace for boss rush, by the way. Which is not going to happen, actually, because I'm going to take this opportunity to do the boss trap room. There we go. So we're going to get enough money to buy whatever we want. Or we could donate to our donation machine, which also might be something that would be of interest for us. Alright, well that's another... it was worth coming through here, and we don't reasonably expect to be taking damage against Chub. I said Chub. What are you talking about? Nor do we expect to be taking damage against people. I guess also, like, we get the benefit of having, what is that card? Or what is that item? It's not amnesia, it's, anemia, that's it. I don't know why my brain chose to forget it at that pivotal moment, but, we get the benefit if we use it of having anemia for the room, which I don't think gives us a damage bonus, but it does give us the ability to create creep, which, to be honest with you, is probably not worth the ask, but, like, it's not worth the risk, but it's kind of a cool synergy, I suppose. I don't think we buy anything here. I mean, BOGO bombs is sort of tempting, but I don't think it's necessary. Maybe a second secret room here. I still want to try it. Like, 1 HP could be so valuable for me right now. Still, 2 bombs for a black card I think is pretty useful right now. Alright, down to the next floor. Again, behind schedule for boss rush. I wouldn't expect boss rush to be working out. I would like it to, but I don't think it will. Well, I don't even want to do it. I just want to teleport through it, or teleport out of it and get a free item. But this is a weird one. I don't really know how to call this one right now. Like, are we in a good position? I feel like we're in a pretty good position. Our damage is awesome, but our survivability is pretty shitty. Money is not going to be an issue, but you never know, like, if we're even going to get... We could get 2 shops that have greed for the remainder of the game, so it's really like... A Bloody Lust pickup helps us out so much here. A Horror Babylon pickup helps us out a lot. We'll try this one. We can also... Oh, I got hit there? That's, well, obviously my bad, but... we can also do some cool stuff with the IV Bag, like using the IV Bag to only take red heart damage when you enter curse rooms. Just a nifty little trick that does help out, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. But neither this nor Remote Detonator were particularly strong offensive or defensive items for us, so... A little scary. Nun's Habit is probably worth... I'm gonna take the stopwatch. You know why I'm gonna take the stopwatch? Because I'm scared. I'll admit it. I'm a little scared about how this run's looking right now. So I took the stopwatch to puss it up a little bit, and to be honest with you, I am not ashamed. This is the first time in like 200 runs I've taken the stopwatch. And to guarantee, or at least strongly help out with a victory here, I would do it again, god damn it. So it actually, there are some enemies for whom the stopwatch will make things slightly more difficult, because it makes their shots stay on the screen longer, but for the most part, obviously, it's one of the more overpowered items of the game. Without a doubt, it's one of those items that gives you like a genuine chance to win as the Lost. A genuine, realistic chance to win as the Lost, even if a realistic chance is like 10. Range up. That's pretty good with Cricket's body, I think. That seemed like a really likely second secret room. So we got a war fight, which will give us an orbital. A little nervous about using an orbital to deal damage with the low HP that we have, but the slow will definitely help out a lot in that regard. Now we could really use a deal with the devil. And of course, I feel like we earned one, but mathematically, that might not 100% be true, but I think about it, I think that it is. Okay, I think we do want Guppy's Head, Sin Robes here. I would love Sacrificial Dagger if we can get it, but I think we want the extra damage, fairly obviously. It wasn't even about getting a guppy item. It was just about having an item that's better for us than IV Bag. And it also works with Nun's Habit, which is what we picked up on the shop on this floor. It is a cat item. If we have the ability to get more of them, that can help us out a lot. We got good range here. I'm just kind of spreading these shots in because I think it's getting the job done. But yeah, we killed them all. I don't even know what enemies we were fighting there, but the job is done. Alright, so this is looking very strong. We've already gotten our deal with the devil. Might as well play Judgment. Obviously, with 0 Spirit Hearts as well, we weren't really going to be much of a use with the IV Bag. Now we've got 1 more HP, so if they let me go back in, I would totally take Sacrificial Dagger. Emperor card is awesome. Well worth the bomb and the key, even though it might not initially look like it. I'm very happy that this is how it worked out. And we do still have a... There's a Tinted Rock there. We do still have a item room to get on this floor, I think. Yeah, it's probably this way, I suppose. Maybe the only way we have not gone. And this will probably put a bit of a cinch in our boss rush ambitions, but it doesn't really matter that much to me. Remember when I thought the stopwatch stopped the timer so that you could do boss rush? Those were the days. I thought that for like 200 episodes, so I really have no excuse, but here we are. This is looking like it's going to be a pretty, you know, realistically easy 110 win. We will come back as Isaac. And I actually think that I'm pretty proud of my play here. You know, I'm always proud when we navigate, like, the Lazarus minefield. Not to say that Lazarus... Ooh, Yera-Rune. Does Yera-Rune beat Emperor card? Absolutely. Both in terms of enjoyment and oftentimes utility as well. But, where the heck is our item room? Did I already go? What did I get in our item room? Am I losing my mind here? We went this way. There's nothing. Maybe we didn't go, like, away at the top here? Oh, we didn't go this way. Okay. Yeah, anytime we navigate Lazarus effectively, I think we've done a good job. I honestly don't think we need this right now. I think we're better off with Guppy's Head just for the extra damage. And I'm pleased with the item choices we've made, and there have been a lot of active item choices we've had to go with. You know, we started with nothing, and then we got Flush, and then we got IV Bag, and then we got Satanic Bible, and then we got Guppy's Head, and I'm pleased with our lack of shitty damage that we've taken as well. Like, I'm super thrilled about that. Now let's re-roll our whole run for shits and giggles. No, it's a donation machine. And you know what? This is the perfect opportunity for me because I was not being very kind to our donation machine. Let's get this built back up. If it can get to, like... We could get it to 400 with the money on the ground, and I would be content to do so. Even if it does cost us the ability to get something from the shop here, I think our long-term future is more important than, you know, 1 more item from the shop on this floor. Alright, I mean, I was maybe being a little bit, presumptuous there. Got to 400, though. Shit, man. You want to get to 408? Go ahead. It didn't want it, but that's okay. 2 keys for the... We probably would have done that in our shop anyway, but 2 keys to get that done right away. Puts a good feeling in our hearts. I'm feeling solid, and we still have a decent amount of money, actually. We could even blow up our donation machine. Buy an item. There's options. It's kind of like too little, too late. At this point, at least. Yera-Rune, obviously, I'm going to save for the chest, so we're going to try to keep ourselves above 8 keys, at least by the time we get down a little lower. For now, we could afford to go slightly below that if we wanted to, but whether or not we want to is a question that remains to be seen. Curse of Darkness annoying me, but not really causing any real problems here. I'm not sure why we're getting so many consumable drops. Maybe because our luck stat is now 0 as a result of having died as Lazarus. It's not really that encouraging, but it's okay. Absolutely, we want the bomb. Not blowing up skulls anymore because we're at the HP cap, and to be honest with you, I don't want to pick up, I don't want to pick up any other cards that could cause me to accidentally leave Yera behind. You might be saying, well, just, you know, use your brain, idiot, and stop, like, leaving the wrong cards on the floor. Yeah, okay, but let's be honest. We're, what, like 1,000 plus 1,400 episodes into, me playing Isaac, and I still make that mistake? It's gonna happen a lot. Sometimes I still don't take Ipecac or don't take Dr. Fetus when Ipecac shows up, you know? I'm not always the world's brightest man in the shed here. I'm the man in the shed. Burn out, burn out. Not really rolling in bombs, so again, I don't really feel the need to blow those up, but I do feel the need to come over here and see what's going on. Fire Mine is really risky with Cricket's body, but also a lot of fun, so we'll try it. Probably won't backfire too hard, hopefully. Might as well summon all the flies, then we'll drop a bomb over here in such a way that I can't get caught out by it, and even more money, but we don't really have much to do with it. That's okay. Obviously, I was hoping for Cricket's head, but it's not an enormous problem either way. You guys see the new, well, it might not be new at this point, the point at which you're watching this, but the small rooms for Afterbirth, I'm really interested to see how those Afterbirth small rooms work, basically been everywhere, in conjunction with these items like Fire Mine, which are super, super dangerous in large rooms even. Well, maybe not large rooms, but normal size rooms. Fire Mine is one of those items that's going to backfire and hit you all the fucking time. I don't even know how this shit's gonna work on a super tiny room. It scares the crap out of me. We're gonna stick with the Polaroid for now because I'm a little nervous actually about Fire Mine making it much more likely that I'll be hit. They should only explode when they hit rocks or enemies. Like the Fire Mine shots, if they just hit me, will not do anything. If they hit rocks or enemies, they could explode and end up hitting, or like hurting me. Yes, hello. You need the internet password. For what?
To get into internet.
Okay. That's unusual. Perhaps we've had some, a new device enter our household. I don't know. Maybe we got a new fridge or something like that. You'd think I would have probably heard some moving or something like that happening, but it's okay. I'm not gonna let it throw me off my game, even though I did take some damage right there. Hoping for some cat pieces. No. Obviously not. So this is where our Cricket's body, like, range upgrades are really starting to bite us in the ass. Yeah. Because our shots are deflecting across, like, or reflecting, I guess, across the entire screen. So, I'm very slightly nervous. We're taking way more damage than we should, and we have no respawn ability. These rooms in particular piss me off because there's so many enemies and they're all over the freaking screen. Please just die. I think we're gonna have to be a little bit more cautious about the way that we interact with things. Just wait for that. We gotta save as much HP as possible. We've pretty much got, well, we've got a guaranteed mathematical chance of a deal with the devil this time. What did that hit that it caused me to get hit? The shots don't just randomly hit or explode when they touch the ground. So I'm very confused. Don't like that. Okay. Be smart, basically, is what I'm getting at here. We have a potentially dangerous situation on our hands. I should not have taken Fire Mine. That much is like 100% certain. Or I should have taken Satanic Bible. Probably either one of those would have solved the conundrum. But they would have solved the conundrum in an annoying way, right? Yeah, let's take another range upgrade. That seems sensible. You know what? Fistula strikes me as a very dangerous enemy to face right now. We may have to come back through this, but we don't have to do it right away. Oh, sometimes they do just explode when they hit the ground. Okay, good to know. Don't really want to go to that curse room. Strikes me as another very annoying enemy to face right here. But we have to face one of these enemies to bomb our way through the Fistula room. I'm actually getting quite nervous. Oh, you fucking assholes. Jump into the fire, you dicks. Well, now I'm hoping for, like, a lot of raw HP. We've lost, like, half of our HP on this floor. I'm starting to feel a little weak in the knees. Gotta dodge our own Fire Mine shots. It's not easy. Okay, we're good. Just one shot at a time now. Imagine you had Ipecac. Did you see this shit? How are we supposed to dodge that consistently? Transcendence. Doesn't really help, but I mean, it doesn't help with our current problem of choice, but is really great otherwise. Like, the ability to fly is always awesome. Good. Empress. Nah, it's still Yera. Actually, Yera takes on added significance as it becomes like a better way for us to survive now. So, all is not lost, by the way. With Stopwatch, we do also have an orbital. So I could just get up in enemy faces. You could pretty convincingly argue that that's a bad decision, but at the same time, I think it's actually less dangerous for certain enemy types. For some, I think it'll be a lot more annoying, but for a lot of them, I think it's actually going to be easier. The enemies are slow and very predictable. Should be easier for us, but we'll have to see as we come to it. There's a tinted rock over here. One spirit heart. Kind of a little lower than I was expecting. It's okay. Yeah, I was going to say, how are you not dead? Ringworm is just... It's not going to happen, I'm sorry. Okay, so the bloat is just a fucking disaster for us. Can't really afford to get close. Maybe we can, actually. He never moves. Just, like, there's no prize for finishing first in this one. Let's just get this done good old-fashioned way, you know? Watch out for the inevitable explosions, which you just got hit by there, you idiot. The beam attacks are still fast. I don't know where to put myself to insulate myself from the explosions, is the principal problem here. Okay, we got through fine. Deal with the devil, please. Speed upgrade scares me, but is interesting. 9 lives. 9 lives. Krampus. Can't imagine Lump of Coal would be any worse than what we've got going on here. Now, we do have Nun's Habit. Nun's Habit, Krampus's head might save me some trouble here. I think I'm going to roll with that over the Guppy items, even though it seems quite dangerous. Oh, boy! This is extremely tough. Oh, what's going on? We've got a frame rate issue. Hello. Not now. Rocket League looks pretty cool. It is pretty cool, you are correct. This is the run that I would like to show. There were people that were like, so let me get this straight. Northern Lion's not going to use Fire Mind anymore, even though Fire Mind gives you a huge damage upgrade, damage over time, puts a fire on the ground, and all you have to do is be more positionally aware. Yo, that was a deliberately dishonest way of misrepresenting the situation, my friend. How the hell are you supposed to... Like, it's just, oh, let me flip my positional awareness switch that allows me to dodge shots that are coming at me faster than any enemy shoots bullets in the game in 4 different directions and has an area of effect associated with it. I'm just saying, y'all, it's not as easy as it looks. Plus, let's not forget about the chain reactions. Now I'm, like, super happy we took the stopwatch. Let's just, yeah, sort this one out easily. I'm super happy we took the stopwatch. We could be in a much worse situation. I'd like to kill Explode Man. Oh, you fucking asshole. Gotta start cracking these now. Help. Okay, just stay low. It's been a long time, actually, since we've had a run this scary. So in a way, I welcome it. I just wish it was a little bit more skill-based right now. Not that it's not fully skill-based, but I wish it was a little bit more skill-based where, like, I wasn't just trying to run for my life, basically, and hope that the shots don't hit me. I really don't want to beat Isaac with just cube of meat. That sounds very dangerous. Even stopwatch or no stopwatch. What are you shooting at? I haven't been there for minutes. Okay, explosions. I mean, I know, I'm learning, of course, that the explosions are telegraphed. If one shot explodes, all the shots are going to explode, but it's still not a lot of time to get out of the way. No tinted rock? No tinted rock. I think we're better off doing one more room then. Hopefully finding ourselves in a situation where we can use Krampus's head. Yeah, okay. What about a second secret room? Probably not down there, huh? I can't really afford to look for one. Alrighty. Where are we safe? Like, I have no idea where we're safe. The shots reflect directly backwards. They deflect in 12 different directions. We're safe enough. Man, it would have been really nice to stack up like a lot of raw red hearts. Well, we are up to the next floor. There is some good news. There's often times there are tinted rocks here. But I do feel scared, and I think that's justifiable. We are also only a floor away from using our Yara rune. And our Yara rune is going to be very valuable for us, potentially, in keeping us alive. For example, a Pyromaniac pickup. The shot speed at which these come back to me is blowing me away. And they seem to come directly back to me as well. That's my other favorite part. Oh my god! I'm so scared. I think this may actually be the closest we've come to the end of the streak, and I have, like, very little that I can actually do about it. That tinted rock has fucked me. You have broken my heart, Mr. Burgundy. Okay, let's try to be smart. If we put ourselves behind rocks, we might have a better chance. At least the rock can take the brunt of the explosion. Give me a fucking spirit heart. You damn savages. We're good, we're good, we're good. Oh my god, we're not good. Okay. HP. HP. Don't give me a fucking compass. Give me HP, dog. You are the world's greatest judgment. Now we have little Chud, so I would be hoping to get some red hearts back if necessary. A wafer would be hugely valuable right now. Our secret room contains merely money. Are we really going to start using our cube of meat to do all of our damage? I'm honestly basically at the point where I think that that is our literal best option. At least against enemies for which it's possible. Now, I probably should have resorted to this a little earlier. However, this is the situation we find ourselves in. I've made my bed. Now is the time to take a rest in it. Shoot at me, please. Thank you. I don't care if it takes us 3 hours. We are doing this one way or the other. Tough rooms are Krampus's head. I think it's going to be better to kill Fistula like this than Isaac. There's some debate probably to be had there. I would also like to do some extra rooms in advance. That might sound ridiculous. However, my thinking was, sure, more HP is possible. I think there's no way of getting ourselves out of this one. I didn't really mean to pick that up, but I thought maybe we could keep ourselves in a good position on Spirit Hearts. Like, as long as we're reasonably far away, I still think we're going to get hit by Fire Mine. But we can insulate ourselves somewhat. We should also look for some second secret room action. One possibility could be here. I mean, the bombs are also valuable, but one possibility could be here. Shit. This is possibly the strongest we'll be for fighting Isaac, so you know what? Let's get it going. Seems like if we just hold ourselves back as far as we can go, his shots can't reach me unless maybe they get hit by the explosion. So I'm pretty much just gonna do War of Attrition style here. And it's gone very well so far. Okay. We have such a high range and shot speed. I think we can, wherever he is, if we just put ourselves on the other side of the map, that gives us a reasonable chance to not get murdered. This has actually gone surprisingly well. Probably the other side of the map, we're better off over here. Now again, some of those shots are going to be tougher to dodge because they're slower. But I'd be lying if I said that this is like a disappointing Isaac fight right now. It's amazing how well that one went for us. Okay. Well, I think we're in a pretty good position, I guess, relative to where we were. Oh, this is just fantastic. Yeah, give me soy milk or something. Celtic Cross, very helpful. Monstrous Tooth, not as good as it needs to be. Best Friend, not as good as it needs to be. Leech, potentially incredible. Okay. We got Mega Fatties. I think the Leech damage is important, although Leech is like right there and doing no damage, which is kind of blowing my mind a little bit. Leech, what are you doing? Does the Leech not work with the stopwatch? What if we just try our Eyes Extract? What if we stand here and try to get these guys to jump on the fire? As far as I'm concerned, every room that we do is where we don't get hit is a huge help for us. Gotta be a little scared on the middle of the room. Leech is doing something now. There we go, we got one dead. Any enemy on the other side of the room is very simple for us to take care of, actually. And these half-hearts could end up becoming so valuable. You don't even know, man. Okay, what do we do here? Well, I think these guys are... My keyboard stopped responding for a moment there. That was a frightening moment. Perfect timing. I think it's one of those situations where we can take these guys out with the cube of meat if we have to. Just gotta time our moment. Some risky business there. That's okay. Leech has got him, and that's probably lard. Okay, we can deal with the speed down for the HP up, no doubt. I didn't use the Yarrow rune. Curse of the Blind. No, it's my fault. I'm not trying to deflect ownership of that mistake. I'm just saying. Fuck, is what I'm just saying. Why didn't I use the Yarrow rune? Well, it's because I got distracted by Curse of the Blind. That's so on me, though. Ah! You idiot! Now you can't blame the game for your loss if you lose. Okay, that's alright. Just stay... Don't start panicking. Stay strong. Shorty's at the door because they need more inspiration for their life. The souls of their songs. They say, sorry, Mr. West is gone. Those are words to live by. I know when I have shorties at the door because they need more inspiration for their life, their soul, and their songs, I'm always like, excuse me, the doctor's out right now. Again, and big rooms are our friend, maybe. Enemies who are far away are good, but I really don't want to fight Envy. So I'm trying to skip some of these rooms if we can. Please be the right way, because I don't want to have to go back through that room, but hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And if anyone's like, see, NL, you haven't really hit yourself recently. Isn't Firemind a good item? Go fuck yourself, because for real, what a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's a great item if you, like, don't care about being able to efficiently hit enemies or, you know, sleep at night. Avoid taking, like, a year of life off, or a year off of your life due to the stress of this run. Yeah, you know, if you ignore, like, literally all of that, it's pretty sweet. Please be the right way. There's nothing we can do about this except live it, so... What a fortuitous situation that my brain said to me, hey, take stopwatch on this run. Something about it doesn't feel right. And it ends up being potentially what saves me from complete and utter, you know, oblivion. Not that I've won yet. Certainly, let's not start counting our chickens before they hatch there. I'm actually getting, and this is the scary part maybe, getting a little comfortable with Firemind, which is not the situation you probably would like to be in. Fuck that shit to death forever. That's alright, we got some invincibility out of it. I also got trapped in there, but oh, it was Celtic Cross invincibility, I think, so it lasted longer than you would expect. Oh yeah, stay there, stay there, stay there. One's done. Ah, that second one did hit me. I could have fired one less time. Oh well, here we are. Pretty solid, pretty solid. One's got to go. Ah, we got one. Or they got us once. How is none of you dead? How is none of you dead? There were like some swirling fucking death fire mines going on there. Where do we use our Yarrow rune? Shit, dog. Maybe with like a next spirit hard drop or something. Okay, Dark One's not that bad. Dark One's not that bad. Get him to run through the fire and the flames. Leech, this is your time to shine. And the other way we do it is if an enemy is far away, we shoot him from where we can hit him. Oh, little risky. Little risky. I don't like this position. If you guys could maneuver yourselves, please. Thank you. Yes, come here. If you want to live. One's dead. One's dead. Okay, this is good. This has got to be the boss way. Getting down. Bossy, bossy way. Okay, we've got the Isaac fight coming up next. Or the Blue Baby fight. I think we should be able to do it. Not that it's not scaring the shit out of me, but we did really well against Blue Baby last time. A Spirit Heart and a Stars card. Well, we gotta double the Spirit Heart. Like, there's just no other way about it. Fuck it, let's do it. As far away as we can get and just hold the line. Love is not always on time. Oh, Jesus. I really, you know, I've said this many times before, and it has happened many times before, but I saw the streak flash before my eyes there. It was looking extremely dangerous, and I think we're very, very lucky to have mostly removed ourselves from that risk. Yeah, we're probably fine at this point. But that was a tough one. I'll definitely think twice before I just pick up Firemind willy-nilly in the future. Ooh, alright! Back with an Isaac run next. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, keep with me.